Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Learning is not child's play, we cannot learn without pain. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. What is a friend? A single soul dwelling in two bodies. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Hope is a waking dream. No great mind has ever existed without a touch of madness. Happiness depends upon ourselves. A friend to all is a friend to none. Nature does nothing uselessly. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit. Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Those who know, do. Those that understand, teach. To perceive is to suffer. He who has overcome his fears will truly be free. The educated differ from the uneducated as much as the living differ from the dead. Whosoever is delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or a god. Poverty is the parent of revolution and crime. The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. It is not enough to win a war, it is more important to organize the peace. The antidote for 50 enemies is one friend. The high-minded man must care more for the truth than for what people think. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. To write well, express yourself like the common people, but think like a wise man. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. For the things we have to learn before we can do them, we learn by doing them. The more you know you don't know. It is not always the same thing to be a good man and a good citizen. The energy of the mind is the essence of life. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. He who cannot be a good follower cannot be a good leader. Without friends, no one would want to live, even if he had all other goods. All men by nature desire to know. Dignity does not consist in possessing honors, but in the consciousness that we deserve them. All paid jobs absorb and degrade the mind. Wise men speak when they have something to say, fools speak because they have to say something. Where your talents and the needs of the world cross, there lies your vocation. Misfortune shows those who are not really friends. Learning is an ornament in prosperity, a refuge in adversity, and a provision in old age. All persons ought to endeavor to follow what is right, and not what is established. Character may almost be called the most effective means of persuasion. Fear is pain arising from the anticipation of evil. We make war that we may live in peace. In all things of nature there is something of the marvelous. To lead an orchestra, you must turn your back on the crowd. The only stable state is the one in which all men are equal before the law. The law is reason free from passion. Youth is easily deceived because it is quick to hope. Comedy aims at representing men as worse, tragedy as better than in actual life. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees the others. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. Mothers are fonder than fathers of their children because they are more certain they are their own. Anyone who has no need of anybody but himself is either a beast or a god. He who is to be a good ruler must have first been ruled. All earthquakes and disasters are warnings. There's too much corruption in the world. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. Give me a child until he is 7 and I will show you the man. Whatever lies within our power to do lies also within our power not to do. We must be neither cowardly nor rash, but courageous. The soul never thinks without a mental picture.